Well, she's talking way too much. That's, I mean, the little here and a little there tells them a whole lot. Especially when you like to fuck with paperwork.
Maybe we'll see you later. I might swing by later. All right. I know I will a couple times. Cool. Just checking how things are.
Great.
We'll see you later.
You'll always see him.
We'll see you later.
We're on good terms now.
I know we are.
There's moments, you know.
Of course there are. It's like this.
As humans.
Well, you are passionate about your beliefs, and the one thing you have for me is respect on that passion, 100%. Because I'm passionate about my family. I'm passionate about my beliefs the same way. Where we have conflict is when that passion intervenes in other person's constitutional freedoms as well. And I'm not here to make an argument. I'm just saying that's where we always have
I'm here listening to you.
the limited amount of conflict that we have.
Yeah.
But I have the utmost respect for people who have passions about things that are important to them and are committed enough to step up and try to do something about it.
Yeah.
It's the manner in which it's done sometimes that we don't agree upon. Not just as a cop, I'm talking as a citizen as well.
Yeah.
So
I'm
that's it.
listening to you. I don't want to just
So, all right.
I've seen you around.
No, no, Sergeant. The one that I was talking about was when they put that sign and that candle on that lady's hood.
Oh! I wasn't. I was in training that night. I was coming back from lunch, so I was in plain clothes. There were no other police officers out there, but I wasn't like working in a undercover capacity. So, what did I say? 150 people?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd have to read the report again. I've been through so many protests. But there were a lot of people. I don't know if I said 150.
Yeah.
I'd have to read it again. But yeah, that's a good example. I didn't like that. I thought that was very unfair. That was very unfair.
What was unfair?
It was the.
I wasn't there. I've been taking camera on it.
Yeah, it was a little while ago. It was a Don't Shoot PDX event, and it was right outside of Central Precinct on the west side, and it was what's her name? My mind escapes me.
Male, female.
No, female, an African American female that kind of runs.
Oh, I see. Yeah. What's up?
I forgot her name.
What's your point?
Well, I want to remember her name. I can't remember her name.
I'm trying to figure out what's unfair.
Well, I'll tell you, but I don't want to remember her name because I want to make sure I get the name correct. I'll Google it. I don't know why it escapes me.
Just on red. It turned red.
Yeah, this droid has that red.
There is one unique thing I learned about how you guys read in the cars. You have a red light. I think that's pretty cool because it's
You know the reason for that?
It's sensitive in a lot.
Yeah, just like in an airplane, it's the same
Yeah.
way.
I'm gonna look that up. Get some red lights to read at night.
Yeah, it doesn't kill your night vision.
No, it's actually supportive.
What is my Google Ads on these things?
Yeah, I was gonna say that in some regard, how things will matter, taken care of to go forward in a direction of something that matters. I have those feelings too.
About
How things are carried out, and to go forward in a campaign or a cause.
sure. Here's
I have those too. I just want to share that.
No, I get it. Here's my feeling on that though is, and I have to remind myself this in my professional
Yeah.
employment and when I work, is a lot of times the method of the delivery will dilute the message,
It does.
especially the importance of the message. So if here she is right here, Teresa Rainford. That's it. Teresa was there and she had a bunch of people and they were blocking traffic, and there were people in cars. Some of them had children in their cars. They were trying to get home. And we were talking about this today at the Powell accident. One of the gentlemen came over and said they had all that area around Powell Boulevard, we had a fatal crash shut down. And why it is so confusing to people is most people know from A to B. They go from A to B, they know the route they take, and if you disrupt it, unless they know the neighborhood really good, they don't understand, well, you can go 2 blocks this way, 1 over here, 3 over here, and you're right back to where you wanted to be, and you're continuing on.
It's basically psychology.
Exactly. But we as humans, most people are trained that way. They're conditioned that way. I always leave my driveway here, I drive down here, I take a ride, that's what I know. So there were people that couldn't turn around, they didn't know any better place to go. They were trying to go through, they got in arguments and yelling and screaming, and lawfully, they have the right to drive on that street and have it open to their transportation. The blocking of the street, and some guy then set his sign on the hood of a car, I believe, or what happened, or something similar to that, which caused potentially some damage to somebody's property, is you take that activity, and to me, you dilute the importance of your message, because now it's turned into another issue that the police then have to come in and interact to make sure you're taking care of the rights of this person now who just by happenstance has got involved in an unfair way. And actually become a victim in the sense of what the law defines a victim as being.
Well, that's
Now,
your
another
opinion.
good example is remember when
By the way, that's your opinion. But
well, I mean, it's a fact
I'm not
that it's a violation.
I'm listening to you.
Yeah, it's a fact that it's a violation of law. It's you don't. I mean, if you don't think that it's a valid law, it's still a law. It can be changed.
Or there's
Don't-
circumstances. Yeah. And that's a whole other can of worms.
Well, the only people that are allowed to block traffic or detour it or stop it would be those that are allowed by state statutes, such as police officers, ODOT,
Yeah.
things like that, not protesters, unless there's a lawful, application for permit and the permit is granted. But the side part of that was there was the same type of event, and you were there
Right.
about a month before, where they had you had the dancers there that did the whole thing on the sidewalk portion on the west side by the park, and you had
What was the cause?
I want to say it was another
don't shoot.
I think it was, and they were doing burning incense, and there was a prayer. But in that
Oh.
event,
That was like a year ago.
yeah. But in that event, traffic wasn't disrupted. The message wasn't lost in that disruption. And a matter of fact, people kept walking by and they were asking questions. And I was standing back listening because that was my job and observing in uniform.
Uh-huh.
And I would watch the behavior of people, and they weren't put off by it. They were more so curious as, okay, what's going on? When their routes are blocked and they get mad, then I think the dilution of the message occurs because the event disrupts people's constitutional rights. So,
No,
and I know you're not agreeing. I know you're just
No,
listening.
and also not just. I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm
Yeah.
not going to argue.
I'm going back in.
listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
So,
And, for perspective, it has brought out conversations about privilege, structural racism, and structural privilege.
blocking traffic.
Yeah, it actually does. It's an interesting conversation to have. You know, it takes a while because a person who is like, hey, you know, I just go home from A to B and nothing ever bothers me in life. For a person otherwise who is less privileged in life, going A to B can be a little troublesome conversation. And it depends on where you live, yeah, you know, geographically speaking.
But both people in that
But you
scenario,
see, I'm not trying to argue.
I know, but both people in that scenario have the constitutional right to move about unimpeded
Yeah.
in their direction. So to
Some people
disrupt
have less
one,
access based on their privilege due to their skin color or
based
you
on
may
their
disagree, and that's okay.
based on their privilege or based on socioeconomical, geographical barriers.
It's a little mixture of a lot of things. It just depends. Like it depends where you live. Because being in the Northwest, you're kind of safer from
Hey,
other.
buddy, if you live in Lake Oswego,
Yeah.
you're not going to have disruption.